All right, welcome back on our continuing coverage of Tropical Storm Lee. I'm Martin Folse, and just a reminder too, if you're on Uverse, you catch us on channel 10 on Uverse. So, you know, just in case, and if not that if you're on Uverse and you don't know that you're watching this, but I know a lot of people know people on Uverse. So just in case, I'm sure if you're on Uverse, you already know that we're also on channel 10. So, anyway. Let's go back to the phone calls, and let's also roll in some footage that we have, and we're waiting on 3 more crews actually to come in. What area is this, Jay? This is Dularge, okay? So we'll continue to bring you footage as we go, and I'll just let that play as we take some phone calls. HTV, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, you're on. Go ahead.
I was calling to find out, someone told me that it blew a hole in the Chauvin levee. You know if that's true?
I do not know if that's true. I have not heard of that, and no one has contacted me that on any official, but I will have Sergeant Falk contact the Emergency Preparedness Office to find out if that indeed is fact or fiction.
And you will say it on your
I will report it immediately if I hear.
I sure appreciate it, sir.
Thank you. And we'll get Sergeant Falk. Yeah, that was in the Chauvin levee. Want to know if it blew out anywhere in the Chauvin levee, so we could check on that. HTV, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
What's going on there, Martin?
How you doing, sir?
All right. I was calling to see about the water in Dulac, what it was doing there. So it's still coming up fast, so if it was going to go out or what?
Well, we are going to have a report from Reggie Dupree in short order. Matter of fact, Jason, maybe we could get Reggie on the phone before he gets to the station so he could give us an update on some of these areas, but we'll have it for you shortly.
All right. What about you know about the shrimp factories, if they open down there or what, to unload the boats there?
No, I would, you know, I don't want to assume because I never want to get in anybody's business, but I would think that's an individual call by the owners, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know how they operate their businesses. I don't want to say, but you would have to contact them individually to find that out.
Yeah, because they're saying the water, I didn't know if the water was at the factories or what, but I had the boat was loaded down, shrimp unloaded. I didn't want that to go bad.
Yeah, and I don't want to say no and then they yes, but I mean, it's business as usual up here in the city, but you might want to contact them and let them answer that for you.
All right, I'm going to do that.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. HTV, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All right. I live down Lake Long Drive.
Right.
On Bayou Blues.
Yep, we had some footage of that.
That's right. Well, the water's even worse now.
Okay.
It's a lot higher. And the only thing I wish that the sheriff's office something come out and stop the sightseers from coming back here.
Stop the what now?
They're pushing the sightseers.
Yes, yes.
Because they're riding and they're pushing waves, and like my neighbor, he'll get water in his house if they keep coming.
Yeah, how many, no water yet in the homes?
No, not yet. And, well, I live in a trailer back here. I ain't got to worry about it. But my neighbor next door, like 5 more inches, he'll have water.
Yeah. And, you know, it's a shame.
House on a slab.
And it's a shame that we even have to tell people to slow down, right?
Right. I mean, and why they come right back here anyway? They don't belong back here. They don't live here.
No, I agree with that.
See? And then as far as the guy earlier on Hosea Skyline,
yes.
Okay, when you talk to Charlotte Randolph, she said, oh, that's behind the school.
Yeah.
It's further up by a blue above 182. It's not behind the school.
Okay.
And yeah, they're a little low back there too, but the water all comes from the Holloway Canal on them. Because you got Thibodeau and everything draining, coming back down this way on us.
Right.
So,
well, I'm sure.
Doing a good coverage anyway.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. We're just trying to keep everybody abreast of it. Yeah. So seeing is believing sometimes, you know.
Right. Right now we're getting another good shower come in right now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check that out.
Right now the water is just about like what it was when I came through.
Yeah.
Over here.
For such a minimal storm, too.
Right. Who would have ever thought this storm would have brought that much water on us?
Well, we didn't think it would sit on us for 3 or 4 days either.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so we always have to be vigilant.
That's right.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. You too, man.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Mark.
Okay, bud. You got some more info, Kyle?
To the question that a caller earlier about the Chauvin levee, dispatchers checked with OEP, and there's been no report. As far as they know, as of right now, the levee is still in good condition. Also, I'd like to remind everybody, we still do have 20 sandbag locations. If you want, call OEP at 873-6357. Mr. Earl User's office. They'll be glad to direct you to a location where sandbags can be obtained should the need arise.
All right, very good. Thank you for that. So no report of any levee breach in Chauvin as of now. Okay. HTV, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, you're on.
Oh, I'm on. Okay, good. I've been waiting for like 20 minutes. Commercial and everything. Anyway, I was looking at Dularge. I was wondering about that because I've heard every place else but Dularge. My husband's got a boat down there now, and we were just down there like 24 hours ago, and it's risen like 2 feet. And you can't even tell where the bayou and the land starts.
Yeah.
It's all a big river.
Matter of fact, Sergeant Falk, y'all have some land down there too. Right?
Yeah, the footage you're seeing right now is our family property in Dularge. That's on the Dr. Beatrice side.
Yep.
I don't see any of the horses out there. They probably head up to the levee, but I did get a report on the inside, the other side of Foul Canal, inside the levee. The water would have to crest approximately 6 more feet to go ahead and breach in on the inside. So I think everything looks good. What you're seeing right now, that typically floods every year. Since I've been a little boy, that property has always flooded.
Right.
It's on the lower end, but the high side of Dularge is still passable. And I think the way the winds are shifting right now, it's going to start looking better for us for the rest of the day.
Well, I know on Dr. Beatrice Road, you can't even get to the road.
Right, 60% of it is down. We did get a report that 60% of Dr. Beatrice Road is covered, and that's right there off of Dr. Beatrice Road, probably just a few miles before you get to the Dularge Marina.
Yeah, and on the Dularge Marina side, you can only go like 5 miles an hour. And there are people, it's out there getting in their basements, it looks like, in the bottom of their house.
Yeah, a majority of those homes did elevate from past storms, so we can only hope that this thing will keep moving at the speed that it's moving, 8 miles an hour.
You can't even see the line. The line disappeared. My husband, he's stuck down there with his boat right now.
Yeah, but the key thing is we want to remember is we just don't want any water in homes or businesses, and we want to keep that to a minimal number. You know.
Well, I don't see it on the news or anything, like Channel 6 News about when they had Irene. They were all covered, but not down here.
Well, that's why you have HTV, because we're not going to forget about you.
That's right. Love y'all. Great.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you much, Martin.
Take care.
Bye.
HTV, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
That's me?
Yeah, that's you.
Someone just called in about Ashland South having 2 feet of water.
Yeah.
That's not true. I live in Ashland South, and the only thing that is full is my ditches. I can see my grass and everything. That is not true. Ashland South has no water but in the ditches.
All right. Well, thank you for clearing that up for us. We appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
See a lot of times, and that's the kicker here. Some people report things that maybe aren't completely factual, and then somebody else will call up and set them straight. So that's what I love about the callers here. HTV, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Martin. I live on Texas Gulf Road. How everybody's been talking to you about that?
Yes.
The last time a man just called you from Lockport, he was the mayor.
Yes.
Do you know what gates he's talking about that they might close? Because, like, the water is really bad over here. We're actually on the Lafourche side, and like kind of like the stepchildren that everybody forgets about.
Right.
Like the whole road, you can't even tell where the road, the bayou, the land, nothing is. Like they have a sign now that, you know, our road is closed at the end where Lafourche starts. But do you know what he was talking about, those gates? Because I'm kind of wondering if they close those gates, does that mean more water is going to come to us?
Is it Company Canal?
Yeah, it's in Company Canal for sure. You're right. It's Company Canal, and he said he's never used them.
Okay.
So it's in the Company Canal, but I would assume, and I'm only assuming,
right,
that the mayor and the parish president and the Office of Emergency Preparedness in all of these areas and arenas or consulting each other, because you don't want to do something to save
one person and hurt another person.
Yeah, hurt one person, and then you're drowning 1,000 people.
Right.
So I mean, I'm sure they're all working together on it and communicating. I would hope.
I would hope too.
And but you know, it is a good question. But and I would think he's still monitoring the channel.
Okay.
If he could call us on the private line, and remember, people calling up, don't call this, because I'm only taking public officials at 876-3456.
Okay.
And then he could explain that to us, or I have Jason try to get him on the phone.
Okay, and how the man from Bouquet Street asked you about Reggie Dupre, he has a very good question, because I've lived here all my life, and I'm telling you, I've never seen the water that we've had for the last 2 storms. And I mean, this wasn't even a hurricane. I mean, the water is just unreal how much it is. I can't get over it.
Well, the thing with this one is, too, and I got to tell you, these are golden medal shots, by the way. I got to tell you, I've covered storms for 25 years. I maybe have covered, I don't know, 40 or 50 of these storms. And I've seen storms roar through here. It depends on the angle of it. This is a prime example, and I'll say it again, a prime example of a slow mover coming in west of Terrebonne Parish, St. Mary, Lafourche, Grand Isle. Can you imagine?
I can't.
And I hate to even be the one to say this again, but can you imagine if a 3 or a 4 comes? Ike was 180 miles away.
Away from us, right?
And
Right.
but can you imagine if it came up Morgan City?
And my mom has always said, if something hits Morgan City, we in big trouble. She's always told me that. I mean, I stayed here for Katrina, but I just can't get over the water. And you're right. I mean, I can't imagine if a big hurricane would have came and hit us, we would be in big trouble.
Well, and that's why, you know, it's a lot of levees, but a lot of praying that we never get one to the west.
Yeah. Well, I would appreciate it when you little people get in there, if you could ask them, you know, or is anybody really thinking about us way down here at the end, because the water's just getting higher and higher.
I'll check Faith.
Thank you very much, Martin.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And what line is Reggie on? We are joined now by Reggie Dupre. We have a film crew with Reggie. Reggie, how are you?
Good, good. I have your cameraman's with me.
Yeah, that's what I understand. Give me an update, Reggie. Take me through all the scenarios. But before we do that, we're getting some concern and some calls from the Company Canal, Texas Gulf Road. And can you tell me the dynamics that work between that road and also Lockport? Because we just had the Mayor Champagne, was talking about some gates that he might close off. How would that affect everybody else on Texas Gulf and all that area?
Well, Lockport and the back of Company Canal is fed through the same system. Basically, the Intercoastal Canal, as it's filling up and gets higher, you have some impact in that area. Because, you know, through Company Canal, it's only a 5 or 6 minute boat ride from the back of Berg to Lockport.
Right.
You know, near Lake Fields and Lake Long.
Right.
So what you know, what's happening? The water actually on the coast is going down slightly. I just checked. It's at a 4.3, so it's going down about 1.2 feet in Lower Montague. But what the water is doing is spreading out. It's seeking all this the lower levels. And you know that's customary for a storm that just stays hovering the coast with a lot of rain. You know, it's exactly what we saw for Juan and other similar slow-moving storm events with a lot of rain.
So on Texas Gulf Road,
Yes.
they were telling me that when Mr. Nolan Bergeron was in office, he put some kind of valve, and that valve, they're a little concerned that if the mayor puts up or blocks it, puts a gate or utilizes a gate, that they're going to be flooded. Any reason for that to happen?
Well, it's fed by the Intercoastal Canal. I think they must be talking about the I assume they're talking about the floodgate or the saltwater barge behind Lockport. That's correct. That's the only closure I know of in Lafourche Parish for Lockport. Certainly, I guess water must be entering through the back of Lockport and going into Bayou Lafourche, and I guess that's some concern there. But I believe that, you know, this water is spreading is what's happening, and it's ultimately going to seek its own level. And and what's going to really happen is once the wind switches from the west, which I hope will be in a few hours, we can open these floodgates, and then they can start bleeding out all this water.
Yeah, and you still have water that has to make its way down from the northern parishes. Any concern over that?
Yeah, well, very much so. I mean, as you know, I don't think that Dularge behind Lockport will make that much difference on the back of Berg, because you're exactly right. That, you know, all this rainfall coming down Bayou Lafourche is probably filling up around Lockport because you have all the water, the rainfall around Assumption parishes, and then also, you know, Thibodaux, and the floodgates and and LaRose and Golden Meadow are all closed. So because of tidal waters.
Right.
So it's just a situation that's waiting, and some of it will rise, you know.
Yeah.
I think we're over the hump, but what's happening, water is going to be spreading out and rising in some neighborhoods as it's going down in others. I would bet in Cocodrie the water has gone down.
Oh, it has. It has.
Yeah, Cocodrie is going down, and I'm just pulling up at the Montague floodgate right now. Supposed to meet Tony Alford and Representative Dove.
Well, let me ask you this: it has moved out. We've got a camera, a tower camera at Cocodrie. It's moved out pretty good. The Dulac area. How's Full Point? I mean, how's Shrimpers Row and Full Point for that matter doing?
Yeah, that's all flooded. And right now I'm on the Madison Canal Bridge, and you could see debris all against the highway here. It's coming from the marsh. It acts as a levee, and you can see debris against our levees across Bayou Terrebonne. That's where I'm at now, lower Bayou Terrebonne.
Okay. How's the level in Bayou Terrebonne right now?
Bayou Terrebonne is a 3.4 inside and 4.3 outside, so it's 9/10 of a foot difference. Once it goes down below the inside, of course, we can open up the floodgate and relieve all this pressure on it. But it's going down slowly, and the wind seems to be coming out the due south right now. Yeah,
and I'm thinking that wind may be shifting to the southwest.
Right. Well, it looks like it went down considerably here. I mean, you got debris. Somebody came clear the road, and it's below Madison Canal.
Right.
So I'm going to try to make it down to the new Bush Canal floodgate from across the bayou. I don't know if we can make it that far.
Okay. And I also want to let everybody know that High Seas Shrimp Dock will reopen tomorrow morning for 7 a.m. They closed at 1 today due to the high waters, but they will reopen in the a.m. if the roads are passable. So that's some news coming in from other callers. But Reggie, any eyewitness sites that you can see of a lot of homes having water, or are we still dodging the bullet there?
No, I think we have some of these forced drainage systems, like right now in the Montague system. The Montague system is not flooded. The only flooding in Montague proper is near Jean's Bar in that area where Highway 55 is low, but the actual ridge is right off of the road, so the system seems to be intact. Even the lower Montague system is holding its own. The Pointe-a-Chan system had some water coming over the highway. The levees did not overtop or breach, but the parish is trying to build a temporary levee there a little bit more than halfway down Pointe-a-Chan. So I think the Ward 7 system is in pretty good shape. In Dularge, the system near Brady Road, I understand that's flooded from the road, not from the levee side again.
Right.
That's all from the Home and Navigational Canal. You know, a lot of these problems.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So I take it y'all going to be, as soon as y'all come in, maybe I could get, you know, you and Tony and Representative Dove to come by and just give us some updates.
Right.
I know y'all busy out there, and we appreciate the call in for sure.
Right. Well, I need to trace down Tony right now. He said he's going to be at the Montague Floodgate. I'm looking for him now so your cameraman can interview him in the field.
Okay, well, good.
Okay.
I appreciate it, Reggie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We are going to take a break. Before we do that, let me go to Sergeant Falk. Any updates on roads or anything?
Only had one update from the Dularge area, that the skies to the south are appearing to be clear. Southwest winds, and the water has receded 2 inches in that particular spot. So.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. It looks, I mean, it happens every storm. This one's been a little quirky because of the speed, but we're going to take a break. Once again, we want to thank all of our fine sponsors that allow us to stay on for all these years, and certainly we would ask that you watch the commercials and help patronize them, because without them, it wouldn't be me, there wouldn't be cameras, there wouldn't be anything, and they allow us to stay on, so we really do appreciate that. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back.